News. I'm Vanessa Freeman.
And I'm John Muller in for Craig. We're going to begin this morning with a look at the weather and traffic. Julie Malay's in for Alex Lee. She'll check out our roads in just a moment.
Stacy-Ann has the shim shimma on this Wednesday.
Shim shimma. Okay, yeah. Isn't that a song, Beanie Man?
Yes, Beanie Man. Shout out to Beanie on this Wednesday.
Oh my God, that's a way to start the morning.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Just pointing your attention to temperature highs from yesterday. We maxed out at 66. Remember, we said, all right, we may hit the low 70s. That warm front was stubborn. It said, let me just sit put right here to the south and west. And we adjusted those temperatures to reflect similar outcomes, as you could see across the board. Newark came in at 68. No surprise there. So we're kind of seasonable. This is right around where we should be this time of year. Temperatures just a touch cooler. As you could see, we're in the low to mid 50s all around. So a nice look. You do need the light jacket. There may be some 40s in the mix before the sun rises. Taking a look now, visibility, another issue. We've been talking about that. Inversion rising as temperatures continue to kind of play a part, especially the marine layer. That's going to also affect visibility. Speaking of which, we'll have a closer look at when you can expect some clearing. Let's take a look with traffic. And Julie Malay, hey there.
Hey, good morning, Stacy-Ann. We're going to start out here on the Van Wyck Expressway. We've got construction in both directions near exit 4 and 6, so that might cause you a little bit of a slowdown this morning. 4:02 in the morning. Also, we've got a closure here on the Northern State Parkway eastbound. That's at exit 31 Meadowbrook Parkway to exit 33 Wantagh State Parkway. That's due to construction as well. Your alternate side parking rules are in effect this morning. John and Vanessa, I'll send it back over to you.
Julie, thank you so much. 4:02 here. He's called to the campus at breakup protests that have been going on now for weeks.
Adorable.
Yeah.
You gotta
Oh my
submit.
goodness.
Is Naya too old?
You know, I think she probably
She's now that she's
I think
one.
She maybe missed, she missed the Gerber
She
baby
missed the
mark.
cutoff.
Oh,
Darn it.
But Julie,
Jack
you
will
gotta,
hold it down for both
there
of
we
us.
go. Get Jack in there.
Yes. He's so cute.
I'm biased, but yeah.
No,
I
he'd be a
think he's
Gerber
got
baby.
it.
Is Jack a nickname for John, or is he
John, yes.
He is
Oh, it
John?
Yes,
is?
that was a
Oh,
fierce
look at
debate.
that.
That
Yes.
was a fierce debate?
Between my husband and I, but we went with John, and we call him Jack.
Yeah, my uncle John was called Jack. I kind of wish I called myself Jack.
Why
Yeah.
not?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It
you
just
can
sounds
do Jack
today.
or Johnny.
Too late now.
Johnny.
Johnny.
I thought it was short for Jonathan, but it's not.
Is it?
Nah, it's just plain old J-O-H-N John.
We can start calling you Jack if you want.
Why
Let's
not?
do it on this
Okay,
Wednesday.
Jack.
Let's get the forecast for old Jack here on this Wednesday.
A nice little treat for us all. We got temperatures rising into the 70s
Finally.
finally. And then
Finally.
tomorrow we may hit that 80-degree mark. So,
Okay.
yeah, but we're tracking some showers that can affect your weekend. We'll talk about that as well.
Always,
I know, right?
Showers going into the weekend. Okay.
Well, we'll see if it's affecting your traffic this morning, shall we? It's 4:32 now. Let's talk about your morning commute. We're going to start you out here in New Jersey. Live look at Route 3, where everything is moving nicely. We do have one crash to report this morning. That's near the Lincoln Tunnel, the outbound lane. That right lane is blocked, so that's causing some delays this morning. You can find an alternate route if that will affect your commute in at 4:32 this morning. For now, Stacy-Ann, I'm going to send it over to you for a closer look.
Thank you so much, Julie. And you know what? Interestingly enough, we did have some showers starting to really dissipate eastern Long Island. So you may notice a little dampness left over on the roads, but all in all, drying out nicely. We're in the low to mid 50s, Fort Lee, Soho, Bay Ridge, Harrison, Soundview. Oh, gorgeous day. Perfect evening for baseball.
Yes.
It's the Mets and the Cubs yet again. I'm still reeling from that Knicks game last night. Oh, man. All right, fingers crossed. All right, here's what's happening. Bring a jacket. You're certainly going to need it. You won't need the umbrella, so rest assured. Yearly rainfall totals so far are at a big surplus. You know, when we wrapped up the month of April, we were like, where is the rain? Like, why are we at a deficit? I mean, it's been, it feels like a wet start. Now we ended up at a deficit. Category, we made up for it. It was like below normal for much of the month, and we ended up with a surplus of about 2 degrees. Right now, though, temperature-wise, we are close to where we should be this time of year. 53 New York City. May see that drop a maybe a degree or two before the sun rises. 51 Farmingdale, 56 Montgomery. You'll need the jacket to start by this afternoon. Maybe a light sweater depending on where you are. If you're near the coast, you'll feel a little breezy, a little nippy. But into the city, for instance, 75 New York City, 71 Scarsdale, 76 Weehawken. It's going to be a nice mild day, unseasonably so, by the way. Back down into the upper 40s, low 50s as we head into the overnight. Some mid 50s sprinkled in. Those showers that are now has descended and it's head further south, and that's allowing for cooler conditions, but we're tracking a trough that may be providing some added lift as we head into the afternoon. I'm talking about a slim chance of a shower. It doesn't look like it's going to really materialize. But looking ahead to your Thursday, we have a warm front that's going to be lifting. This is what's going to supply us with warmer temperatures like summer pretty much. And then as we head into Friday, cold front sweeps through, and that's going to send those temperatures down. It's going to be much cooler. I mean, like a nice day on tap.
Yeah.
Imagine like clouds are starting to figure out what it wants to do.
Right.
I think it's going to like kind of dissipate, bring in the sunshine.
Yeah.
And it's going to get warmer tomorrow.
Lift that ceiling up, lift those
we
clouds
lifting it up.
a
We
little
got
bit.
lift. We got
Yeah.
lift.
Yeah.
we're
Everything
gonna
looks
do that.
better lifted.
We're always bringing the sunshine, though.
Yeah.
We are.
Well, not if you're on the Belt Parkway this morning. Morning commute. Taking a live look here at the Belt near exit 24. There is something going on out there. We're trying to figure out exactly what it is, but we're seeing some pretty serious slowdowns start to build over there. So as you head out the door this morning, you're just going to want to keep that in mind. You might give yourself a little extra time or find an alternate route. Over at the LIE, though, everything moving nicely there this morning. We're going to continue to keep an eye on there, what's going over at the Belt Parkway. Keep you updated on that with our next traffic report. For now, though, Stacy-Ann, I will send it over to you.
A nice start to the day, although cool. It is a comfortably cool sort of day where temperatures at around 54, Soho, Fort Lee, 53. Got a pair of 5s in Bay Ridge. Certainly you need the jacket. No umbrella needed right now. That's going to stay pretty much dry throughout. A little cooler, West Hampton. I was thinking like, some 40s maybe sneaking in there. Morning's not over just yet. There's a possibility we may drop another degree in West Hampton. We'll see how that plays out. Winds are pretty still. It's calm all across, just very light. That's kind of preventing mixing from taking place. We talked about that inversion, rising temperatures as you go up in the atmosphere. So with that said, there could be some areas of fog to have to deal with. Satellite and radar showing that the clouds are pushing through. On the back edge, you can already make out that clearing. And that's what's going to really set the stage for sunshine this afternoon. Gorgeous. All right, so this warm front is what we're waiting on. That's going to heat things up. We'll tell you how so coming up. Here's a look at what's ahead. Sending it over to you, John, Vanessa.
All right, Stacy-Ann, thank you so much. 5:32 and breaking news this Wednesday morning. Protests at NYPD headquarters in Lower Manhattan.
This comes after dozens were arrested while demonstrating at Columbia University and City College last night. Pix 11's Calorama live in Lower Manhattan. Joining us now with more. Cala.
To be happy.
Yeah, that's because they're the first people in the world to graduate with a master's degree in happiness. I'm not kidding, really, a degree in happiness.
I like it.
So joining us this morning is Dr. Tal Ben-Shahar, the director of the program at Centenary University, and he is joined by one of his students, Anne-Marie Brogan. So good morning to both of you. We are happy to have you with us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
So Dr. Ben-Shahar, you're a leading expert in happiness studies. So what exactly does that mean? How is the school embracing this new program?
Yeah, so
Stand up! Woo! 4 o'clock. Good morning and happy Friday. What a Friday it is.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for waking up with us right here on the Pix 11 Morning News. I'm Vanessa Freeman.
And I'm Craig Treadway, and let's begin this celebratory morning with
Yes.
a look at your weather and your traffic. Alex Lee, who was just applauding, she is standing by with more on your roads
And
in
we're
just a
not
moment.
celebrating, to be clear, in the traffic
No,
center.
not yet.
No. All right, meteorologist Stacy-Ann Gooden with our Friday forecast. Something to celebrate there, hopefully.
Yes and no.
Okay.
I can't say that the weekend is entirely something to celebrate, but we have a little bit of good mixed in with not so good. But I wanted to point your attention. Remember yesterday we were like, oh yeah, it's going to be 80s. Oh my gosh, it's going to be near record highs. Okay, near record for Newark. 2 degrees away from tying the record. However, what had happened was this fog was just so stubborn to move out and prevented temperatures from rising earlier. So we fell a little short. But you know what? As we mentioned, I mean, it was a wide-ranging temperatures, right? And that's kind of what we deal with this time of year, especially with spring and dealing with that transition. Right now, it's a mild start. Temperatures in the upper 50s mainly. We got some 40s sprinkled in there, north and west of the city, but not hampered whatsoever. Here's a look at your satellite and radar. We are tracking some showers for the weekend. We'll tell you which one is the wetter half. Here's a look at your satellite and radar. We are tracking some showers for the weekend. We'll tell you which one is the wetter half. Coming up, we'll send it over to Alex Lee. I know you got a lot going on there behind you.
Stacy-Ann, and this is a big heads up, not only for folks who live in Connecticut, but folks in general. 95, obviously the main artery connecting the top of the East Coast to the bottom, and it is closed between exits 14 and 15 in Norwalk. This is because of an incident that occurred yesterday, truck fire, crash. They are still doing cleanup. You can see it is a very active scene. Right now, it doesn't look too bad. The local detour we're talking about with the alternate volume, but this is expected to be closed.
All right, let's get a quick look at our weather with meteorologist Stacy-Ann Gooden, who's still dancing over.
Excited to hear what he has to say as well. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, off to an exciting start to the day. Also in the weather department, look at how clear the backdrop is. Yeah, off to an exciting start to the day. Also in the weather department, look at how clear the backdrop is. Gorgeous. You can see the Chrysler building just crystal clear, 58 degrees, clear sky out there. It may allow those temperatures to dip a little bit. Don't have the fog to suppress temperatures, keep them from falling. Oh, we can't keep pollen count from falling, though. We're high. Oak, maple, birch. Top allergens right now as far as trees are concerned. Everything else is low. UV index is at 8. Don't forget the sunscreen. Very, very important. A lot of folks spending more time outdoors. You know, find a shade. Limit your time outdoors, especially if you're within the sensitive group. But on a positive note, air quality is at 45. Remember the threshold. 50 or below. That's what we look for, and we got it for today. And the next 3 days now offers up something quite interesting. Now, tomorrow, definitely the drier half, maybe a slim chance of a shower north and west of the city. Greater chance of soaking rain for Sunday. More on that, and plus cooler temperatures. Alex, over to you.
All right, Stacy-Ann, thank you so much for that. 412, starting with the live look here at the George Washington Bridge. You can see there, currently holding all traffic to the inbound upper level. There was construction blocking a few lanes, so they're probably just in the process of clearing that out. The lower level, you have the outbound side closed. It's the usual at the Holland, outbound closed, inbound one lane blocked. And the South Tube is closed to all of this until 5 at the Lincoln Tunnel. Also, heads up, there was a vehicle fire West Side Highway that is since cleared, but something to keep in mind. You could see some residual delays getting off the George there. For now, Vanessa Craig, sending it back to you.
All right, Alex, thank you for those updates. 413 here, and still to come, starting tonight, a curfew.
30-degree mark, but around 50 in the city. So a look at your satellite and radar. There are those winds coming out of the northeast. It's around a high pressure system coming in from Canada. Now, depending on how that high is positioned will be determined a factor on how we do in terms of temperatures and winds. And right now you're looking at our satellite and radar. We are on the cooler side of that cold front. We're going to keep a close eye on it. Things are expected to evolve a bit. We may get some breaks in the clouds this afternoon, mixture of sun and clouds, but it looks like the clouds want to actually roll in a little bit earlier. So with those winds coming out of the east-southeast, it'll be cooler near the coast. And then Saturday, mainly dry, but there could be some showers, mainly west or north and west. And then as we head into the second part of the weekend, that's when we'll get most of our rainfall. We're talking about a half an inch, maybe close to an inch in some spots. High pressure returning for your Tuesday with some showers south. And then the next chance for rain Wednesday and Thursday. There could be some thunderstorms too embedded in them. Temperatures rising Saturday night and back to the 70s next week. Alex.
Okay, Stacy-Ann, thank you so much for all of that. 421, here's a live look at the LIE. We do have westbound construction set up between exits 28 and 27, so anticipate some slower traffic coming into the area of the Clearview. Moving along, staying in Queens. We also have construction in a couple of places. Whitestone Expressway, well, it's the Whitestone Van Wyck combo, southbound. Pretty much from the Cross Island Parkway all the way down to the LIE. You can see delays kind of coming down southbound, south of the Cross Island on the map right now. There's a crash on the westbound Grand Central just after the White Zone. Couple of lanes closed with that one. It is still early, so the delay really not crazy, which is the good news. Have the closure of the Northern State eastbound Meadowbrook to the Wantagh for construction for a little while longer as well. Overnight track work, 10 lines, delays and service changes with that planned work in place till 5. So take a look. It's these ones that are affected until then. And if you are taking the train, checking our rails as well at this time. Currently, everything reporting on or close to schedule. A reminder that alternate side parking rules are suspended today for religious observance. Craig and Vanessa, back to you.
Alex, thank you so much. 422 and still to come.
Here on the Fix 11 Morning News, I'm Vanessa Freeman.
And I'm Craig Treadway. Let's get this Tuesday morning started, shall we? With a look at your roads and your weather. Alex Lee, out the commute in just a minute.
And meteorologist Stacy-Ann Gooden has our Tuesday forecast. How are we looking? Good morning.
We're looking good. Not as good as you ladies are looking this morning.
I saw Vanessa on 42nd Street getting ready in the car this morning.
42nd.
Don't tell my secrets, Alex.
And a random man crossing the street stopped her to let her know how good she looks.
I think he was talking about the car, not me.
I don't think so.
I pulled up. I was like, do we know him?
I didn't think she heard me.
I don't know.
I didn't think she heard me.
Oh my God.
What did you say?
What?
Huh? What?
I was the random guy. Just hollering.
It definitely wasn't
Okay.
you, Craig Treadway.
Of course it was Craig, right?
Okay.
No, he wasn't as good looking as Craig.
Of course.
Well.
Yes. Well, thank you so
On
much,
that
guys. All right, more in your traffic. It's just wanted to give you a heads up on what's happening here. Look, a milder start to the day when you compare yesterday versus